What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a brand new season of Belle Collective, you guys. This is season 3, episode 1. The episode is titled Zaddy in the Middle, you guys, and we're in the car. So I ain't done a car video in a month of Sundays, you guys. So before we go ahead and get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and aren't subscribed yet, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You know the routine. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And with that, you guys, without further ado, let's discuss Belle Collective, shall we? All right, you guys, so I'm actually going to go out of order of the episode. So we're going to start at the bottom of my notes and work my way up. So let's first start up with Ikea. So actually, let's start up with everybody has returned for season 3 of Belle Collective. You know, everyone, like I said, everyone is back. Tamber and her hair is back. Ikea is back. Marie Monroe is back. Latrice is back. Letitia and her brunches are back. The girls are back, right? So let's see. So let's start up with Ikea, you guys. So Ikea. Now here's the interesting thing I kept noticing with this entire episode, that the ladies kept reintroducing themselves to us, and I was like, why are they reintroducing themselves as if this is our first time meeting them? So you guys remember Ikea, I believe her husband played in the NFL, and they had just moved down back. She's from Jackson, but her husband's not. I remember last season she had just moved back to Jackson, and she's talking about how she's going to be the one that's going to actually revitalize Ferris Street. Now, I was sitting here thinking to myself, when you think about places like that are historical monuments, historical places, especially for black people, can you really touch them is the question that I've been wondering, right? But so Ikea, she's still in Jackson with her kids. Her husband is not there because he is, doing sports commentating, right? So we also find out that Ikea and So Gucci have become very good friends with one another. So they sat down and they had a conversation with each other, and they basically talking about the situation that happened with Ikea and Tamber. Remember last season that Tamber said that Ikea called all the women fake, and talking about how they looked and all that kind of stuff, right? So Ikea feels like Tamber is being fake with her. I was like, but didn't you at the reunion say? I was thinking to myself, like, at the reunion, didn't you kind of allude that you did talk about these women not being, up to caliber or something like that? But I could be wrong. Y'all will correct me in the comment section. But that's really all we got for Ikea. Let's pause here and move over to the next person. Tamber, Cherie, and Demond. I was like, oh, God. Now, I do like Tamber. Only thing about Tamber is, can the real Tamber shine through? Because the radio voice and her real voice and the voice she got for TV, though the radio voice and the voice for TV both annoy the crap out of me. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Those voices bother my spirit. Her real deep voice, I absolutely like it, right? So we find out that Damon and Tamber Cherie, they have been living together for a few months. Now it's like, ain't that what the old people used to call shacking up, right? But hey, if you like it, I love it. I ain't passing no judgment by no means, right? So Tamber Cherie was telling Damon that, I just want my own, space, maybe like a condo. I was like, because you have your man cave. I was like, oh, girl, ixnay his voice. Then Damon and somebody, they ain't had sex in 2 months. I was like, child, to be a fly on the wall to hear Tamber Cherie having sex in that. Maybe she uses her real. Oh God, that voice. It's her voice, you guys. It is her voice. It is Tamber Cherie's voice. That is all it is for me. Is her voice. But let's pause here and move forward, you guys. So the more I look at this episode, it was a reintroduction episode to the ladies, because not a whole lot happened. Nothing really happened until the end of the episode, and I'm saving that for last. So we get reintroduced to Sophia, So Gucci, and JJ. Child, it wasn't until I started watching this scene with So Gucci and JJ that I was like, boy, are these people country? Like, they talk about, people try to say that we country here in Texas, but Jesus, y'all are countryer than we are, right? So JJ done set up this whole romantic dinner for so Gucci, right? And she got home and she was like, "What was the purpose in all of this? Like, you when he do something like this, he wants something, child. Why my uncle got on this goddamn cowboy hat? My uncle has on this cowboy hat. Lord, you're looking like a." And I was just talking about country, but my uncle is country. Oh shit, that was hilarious. So he set up this whole romantic setup for them, and what's her name? So Gucci, she just wondered. She's like, okay, he must want something for him to do this, right? And lo and behold, he did want something to tell her that his mama wants to move in with them, and she was like, "Say what now?" I was thinking the same thing. Like, say now what now? Your mama want to do what? Want to move in with who? Oh, okay, absolutely not. Because you talking about they empty nesters. I'm like, if you're an empty nester and you want to walk around with your nipples all out, then what you gonna do when your mama get here? Like, you ain't gonna be an empty. You still gonna be an empty nester, but you gonna have your parent. Oh God, can you imagine having sex with your parents in the house? Have you ever done it? Not I, said the cat. But that was really all it was with them. So yeah, let's pause here and go ahead and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, our jack of all trades, Letitia Pearson. Again, remember I told you guys that this was just basically a reintroduction episode to all the women as if we've never met them before. I was just a little confused by that. So Letitia lets us know that her businesses are doing fine and dandy, and I'm happy for Letitia. The only thing that I will say for Letitia, and I don't know if somebody tweeted me last night saying that she said what she does, right? Has she really said what she does? Now, I didn't finish last season, but the thing is with Letitia, I just want my good sis Letitia to end up like, Jen Shaw from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, or to end up like Todd and Julie Chrisley, right? I don't want the IRS to knock down her door and be like, "Hey girl, we saw you on TV. Where are you getting this money from?" Like, I just don't want that for my good sis. I really truly don't want that for my good sis, right? But she says everything else, her personal life is good, her work life is good, but her personal life is still in shambles because you guys remember she and Glenn made up with each other. She even moved back in with Glenn, but Glenn soon started responding back to the women in the DMs. I was like, And I even tweeted this last night. Are Glenn and Martell long lost cousins? Because I mean, Jesus. Here's my thing. Yes, people are gonna slide into your DMs now that you on TV, right? But you, as a married man, don't have to respond to that. Like, if a woman sends you something, if a woman sends you her titties her titties, her vagina, her anything in your DMs, you don't have to reply. You can delete that thing as easily as it came into your DMs and then block her. Like, have respect for your wife, and that's where Glenn lost me. So in this scene, we see as Glenn as I lovingly call him, Boosie's little Boosie's twin. So her and Lil Boosie's twin meeting up, right? And Lil Boosie in his feelings about Letitia moving in, but then moving out of the house. And I'm like, but if you are still entertaining women that follow your DMs, at least she ain't filed for divorce on your ass, right? At least she has not filed for divorce on you. So count your blessings, sir. So then he talks about the fact that they did. So Letitia and him did have sex, right? And he feels a way that she made him use the condom. I'm like, I honestly, God, don't blame her. More power to her. I don't have a problem with the fact that she wanted the dick and she said, "Hey, nigga, you finna put on the fucking condom." I have no issues with that whatsoever. I'm all here for it. Protect yourself by all means, right? So after that, then he gonna talk about, well, it was like a trick or something. And I was like, say what now? Talking about he should have put some money on the nightstand. Nigga say what now? Run that back. I would have, me personally, I would have hauled off and smacked Glenn in his motherfucking face. Because that was the most disrespectful thing that you can say to you. Well, no, scratch that. Martell has said the most disrespectful thing he could say to his wife when he called Melody a hoe. So no, it's up there, but Martell tops that, and that's not saying a lot, right? So remember, I just told you that she moved out, right? So she's looking for her own place. So Letitia has enlisted the help of So Gucci to help her find a place, right? So they went to go look at an apartment complex, and they said it was a condo. I was like, that's a condo with white appliances. Mm, 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 mm. Wouldn't have been me, bitch. That would have been a whole hell to the fucking now. So in this episode, I was like, wait a minute, where's my girl Marie Monroe at? So Marie shows up because she's, going to look at the condo with Letitia, right? So Gucci. Now here's my thing. So you guys, we might have different opinions on this one, but I want you guys to definitely tell me your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section about this particular scene. God dang it, did I leave my charger in Dallas? Oh God, you guys, I don't know if I might have to edit this video on my phone, and I don't want to. I brought my laptop, but I don't know if my laptop is charged, and I left my charger at home. Great. I didn't even think about that to check to see if my battery was short, but it should be, cause I ain't use my laptop all week. So neither here nor there, right? So Gucci tells them that she felt the way because her and Latrice was looking at a commercial property for her goddess links, right? So Gucci said that she found out that Latrice had went to another realtor and found her own space. And so Marie was like, see, I told y'all at the reunion that Latrice is a snake. I told y'all Latrice was a snake, but y'all didn't listen to me. And I was like, how does her going and doing business with someone else mean she's a snake? That means that something wasn't right for her. Something in the business dealings wasn't right for her. So she said, you know what? Let me go and enlist the help of someone else. And then I saw last night on Twitter, Scotty said that she had went with a friend that she knows. So I was like, okay, so why are we making a whole big fuss about this? And shout out to Scotty. Why are we making a whole big fuss about this? Like, it's stupid. It's business. Like, let's take the personal out and just strictly deal with the business portion of this. Like, I don't think she was trying to slight you or anything of the sense, but I mean, in business, I don't owe you any explanation. If I choose not to do business with you, then I just choose not to do business with you. It doesn't mean anything about our personal relationship. Like, I didn't understand that. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. So let's pause here and wrap up the episode, you guys. All right, guys, so let's wrap up with Latrice. And I got a lot of stuff to say about Latrice because there were a lot of things in this particular scene, with these scenes with Latrice. I was just like, ooh, girl, there are a lot of problems from jump. So, you guys know that down there in Jacksonville, Jackson, Mississippi, in Jackson, you guys know that they had a water crisis, right? I don't know if they currently still have the water crisis, but so, she has moved in one of her employees. His name is Josh, and her grandkids are down. Her grandkids have, their grandkids have moved down with their mother, and so Josh is staying with Latrice, and I wish she would stop calling that man Zaddy, right? But Latrice is staying with Josh is staying with Latrice and with Cliff, right? So Cliff feels that Josh is causing issues in his and Latrice's marriage. And I beg to differ, right? I don't necessarily think that Josh is causing issues. I believe that there were already pre-existing issues in a relationship, and Josh may be exacerbating those issues that were already previously there, right? What I also will say about Josh is the fact that I do believe that Josh has crossed the line barrier of friend and employee, right? Those lines are so blurred you can't even see them at this point, right? Like, those lines are completely just not there. And I will attribute that to Latrice as well, right? Because it's one thing to be cool with your employees, right? But you shouldn't be cool with your employees to the fact that they think they can have any kind of input on your on your personal life, right? And that's where the line has been crossed at. The fact that it's not even the fact that Josh lives with them, it's the fact that Josh is a habitual line crosser when it comes to butting his nose into Latrice's business. Now, granted, he may see some things, but that ain't for him to speak on, right? And, Latrice feels like Cliff is being protective of her, whereas Josh feels that he's being controlling. They don't sleep in the same room with each other. And I was like, Latrice, now, girl, I'm going to be real with you. From what I saw, it does look like Cliff is very much so controlling, right? So we see Latrice, so she's at her shop, and like I said earlier, it was a business thing. The reason why she didn't go was so Gucci for the commercial property, right? So back to Josh with these lack of boundaries. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I do believe that Josh might be attracted to Cliff because he's saying all these things. He don't like this, he don't like that, but I think Josh has a little attraction to Cliff. I do. Let me know if you guys think that. But once again, we're talking. And I'm gonna actually, like I said, I'm gonna put the fault on Latrice because I think Latrice has made Josh feel comfortable enough to talk to his boss the way that he talks to her about her relationship when he shouldn't feel that comfortable. That is an issue. Josh should not feel comfortable to have any kind of communication with his boss about her relationship. That's like me talking to my boss. I'm not gonna sit here and have no conversation with my boss. Like I'm not gonna have a conversation with my boss about his marriage. Like the fuck? No. So yeah. So then this end of the episode, we see this scene where Latrice and her friend Mandy and I believe Josh, they were going to a bar. Cliff showed up to the bar, and Cliff gave me controlling, abusive vibes. The way he talked to her, the way he grabbed her, he called her a bitch at one point. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was really afraid for Latrice because I was like, girl, if this man slaps you, because that's what it was giving. It really was giving that he was going to hit that girl. The way he was talking to her, I was just fearful for Latrice. Latrice, you know what? I think I said it in another video. I'm not one of those people that's gonna say, oh, you need to divorce your husband or no stuff like that. I'm gonna just say you need to see the warning signs. There are some big red flags when it comes to Cliff. I do. So when it comes to Josh, like I said, I do believe Josh when he said talked about the controlling part. I agree with Josh on that one, but I also feel like Josh needs to know his place. And you've crossed the lines, and Latrice has allowed that, and she allows Cliff to talk to her and treat her the way that he treats her. Baby, it would not be me. It wouldn't the fuck be me. But that is it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this. The season premiere of Belle Collective. I overall enjoyed it, you guys. But yeah, hopefully this season is longer than what last season was, because what last season I think it was 9 episodes long, and Love and Marriage Huntsville gets hella more episodes than that. Hell, even DC got more episodes than Belle Collective in its second season. They just filmed. We just got the first half of Love and Marriage DC. We're about to get the back half pretty soon, and then we're getting another Love and Marriage franchise, Detroit, that nobody asked for. But hey, we'll be watching it and probably review it. But that's all, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn on your post notifications and share the video. Until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, you guys. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.